Ho ho ho! Welcome to that time we woke up in a podcast and had to explain manga. Our heated adventures overanalyzing manga we find interesting. Known to all the good little boys and girls as the Over Manga Cast. This week we read Klaus, The Life and Times of Santa Claus by Grant Morrison and Dan Mora. So sit back and enjoy the show. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays! Ho, 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 ho.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Over Manga Cast. My name is Sam, and as always, here at the top of the show, we talk about what our familiarity with the franchise that we read this week is. It's the holiday season, and that means it's time for another edition of Klaus. Not much change since last year for me personally. Not a lot of occasion to read the Santa Claus comic book in times outside of Christmas time. It's just the way it be. Matt, how about you?
Other than I have a lovely hardcover edition of this reading we just did sitting on my coffee table, not much.
All right, and Jay?
It's just Klaus season, so I have not felt a need to seek out reading outside of that.
All right, and Jacob?
You gotta save the Klaus for the right time of year, so same for me.
All right, and this year we open up with, honestly, perhaps the most sane beginning of any Klaus story, with a snowman having an existential crisis. The snowman's name is Sam. This is going to get confusing.
Normal relative. We get horror panels of this snowman melting into
slush, talking about how he welcomes the melting, and then believing that none of this is real, talking about the war with the comet people.
Because that's a resounding theme with Klaus. It's just like, wait a second, you're talking about the Moon Wars, right? Or
run that one by me again. The Moon Wars.
I love Klaus so much because it just expects you to believe that this has been a long-running comic that's been going on for decades.
Yeah.
But it only is the 4 issues. Yes, back in the olden days when we went to the Polar Cola Wars.
The
Yes!
Polar Cola Wars. I love the complete straight face it has, just spouting deep lore that does not exist. It's great.
Yes, Father Frost, the communist Santa. We're not going to talk about that anymore. Now, how do you differentiate regular Santa from communist Santa? Does communist Santa take toys from the rich kids and give them to the poor kids?
I don't know.
You must seize the means of production. Actually, does communist Santa have elves?
Workers of the North Pole unite?
yeah. The way that you tell them apart is that regular Santa has a sword and a cool beard.
Mm-hmm. And we see him talking to the melting snowman Sam, trying to reassure him that he can remember the lessons that he learned during the war with the comet people and the battle against the tree monster during the conflict at Animatropolis on Titan.
No, as you do.
Mm-hmm. And we get the classic Klaus page turn of, what the fuck is that thing?
It's a tree monster, of course. This is normal.
It looks like a Nothic. That's a D&D monster.
Yeah, what else is new?
Yeah, I know, it's pretty great. Klaus fights the thing. It breaks his sword. He has best dog, Lily, come to distract it so that he can use his runic magic to shoot fire arrows at it and burn the tree monster to death.
I love Lily. She's the best character. She's just a dog.
She's such a good doggo.
Jacob, those are fighting words, considering the character we get introduced to immediately after is the Yule Goat.
I mean, you can't top that.
I'll handle this. Be gone. ignites a bunch of tree monster things.
I love how every time the Yule goat talks, there is no like even trying to pretend the goat isn't just Satan. Like,
I know, right?
what do the children want for their Christmas feast? Forsooth, the victor will be of lies. The hell? Why would you say that?
He's speaking in riddles and prophecies. But he's there with...
Well, actually, the victor will be of lies does actually tie into the
weird
ending.
goat man's prophecies come true. as so normally happens.
Anti-logic way of doing it, because, you know, I mean, this is a good comic book series, but it is also like, it's dumb. It's very dumb. It's dumb with intention.
It is purposefully pulp. Like that is its bread and butter is, hey, no, let's just make more crazy stuff happen, because they're fighting these monsters because a comet that only comes around every like 1,000 or so 1,500 years.
Yeah.
That the last time it came was during Ragnarok. Yes, that Ragnarok.
Yes, that happened.
The actual...
As you know,
This
we
is
were
canon.
all mortal at the time.
This is canon. Just go with it, guys.
We're going to show Thor for one page, and then we're never going to acknowledge the fact we're using Thor.
Mm-hmm. They've got Odin going into Fenrir's mouth. They've got Loki stabbing
Balder.
Thor versus Jormungand.
Jormungandr.
There's Surtur
that
in the background.
Fenrir?
It's great. Fenrir's the dog.
Yeah, and isn't that... Oh, wait, that's not Loki. Damn it.
Yeah, it's Odin fighting Fenrir.
They all have weird Viking hats. It doesn't matter.
They've even got the boat made of dead men's fingernails.
Oh.
It's got a name. I don't remember what it is.
It's on page for one page, so it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Yep. But on top of Klaus and the Yule goat, we have a small beard man. I don't know what his name is, but he also rides a goat.
Having thumbed through it, it's Yule Goat and the Master, and that's
The
all he's
Master.
ever introduced as.
The goat immediately says that he does not need a master. He can speak for himself. So
Mm-hmm.
think of that if you will.
And Father Frost, the extremely handsome buff communist Santa.
Only on flipping through the pages as we're like going through this, I noticed Father Frost rides a tractor.
He does, yes.
Oh my god, wait, real.
That's his sleigh. It's a
When they-
tractor.
Yeah, when they go their separate ways, he's just riding a tractor through the sky.
And we have some really classic Klaus out-of-pocket panels because while they're all separating to deal with the threat of this dread star, Klaus says, "I'll alert the Yule lads, see if they can take my place tonight. Christmas must go ahead as planned, god killers or not."
Like, the look at his face, like, this is just normal.
This is an average Christmas Eve for him.
So, I mean, he's been doing this for about 1,000 years at this point, right?
Yeah, it is very normal for him, but it's still just such an out-of-pocket thing to say. I have to see if the Yule lads can temp. I'm busy canceling the apocalypse.
I mean, dang, Santa is ultimate chill. I need to channel the Santa energy.
I need to channel the daddy Santa energy.
Yes.
Which actually, speaking of ultimate chill,
Mm-hmm. He finds a snowman who seems very confused about his presence.
I had forgotten how this comic had started when I got to this point, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I was not prepared to go the insanity of Father Frost and the Yule Goat, and then diving back down to a snowman going like, help, I can't remember. Why am I made of snow? Geez, I can't remember. And just like not being able to put thoughts together, and that like existential horror of your body not working.
Uh-huh. Why is one of my arms incredibly big?
We get like an MC Escher.
Ah!
Like, what is this panel?
There's a blood-stained scarf that Klaus found that seemed to belong to him because it triggers some of his memories. Flashbacks of gloved hands rolling a snowball, what appears to be a close-up of a woman speaking angrily, and then the scream.
I love how whenever we get Sam the Snowman's point of view, the comic just decides it's Memento for some reason. Like,
Yeah. But he's so busy with his existential crisis that Klaus is like, hey, look, man, I gotta go deal with Ragnarok 2.0, but maybe if you come along with me, it'll help jog your memory.
he's kind of even more matter than fact than that, because he's just like, no, hold on. I know exactly who you are, Sam. Get in my sleigh. What? Yeah, no, it's super cold on Titan. You'll get smarter when you're colder. You're gonna just melt here. What?
And then he summons the sleigh, and as established last time, it's drawn by doggos.
Oh,
I love them.
And then, because it's Christmas, we got to go back to an old tried and true gag. Your sled? That's ridiculous. There's no way I'm getting on that thing. Flip the page. He's on the thing.
Yep.
Come on, are you going to resist Santa's sleigh?
Well, he's also melting, is his
Yep.
concern.
Well, he also has like the poo brain right now because he's melting. So it's like, you don't have the mental fortitude to resist this. It's Santa's sleigh.
Yeah. So wait, we're going to Titan. Isn't that like light years away? No, it's more like an hour's travel.
Oh, we get some great panels of Lily just being a dog.
Licking the snowman because tasty.
No, she likes the tears of her wounded followers.
And then-
I mean, we call her a doggo, but she is a wolf, so
Yes, your tears of unfathomable sadness.
they empower me. And then later on, she's on the sleigh and just like tongue hanging out, head out the window.
Nothing to see here.
And then we just cut to Titan, which is a barren hellscape with some kind of weird alien cat, and then immediately cuts to Automata, the capital city of the realm of the cosmic clock that's currently being attacked by the forces of Ragnarok.
Yes, you heard that correctly.
As there is a entire villain monologue happening, talking about creatures of cogs and gears, creatures of routine. You are mere components to be broken down, remingled with my necromen. At my command, you'll stop the clock, and time itself will grind to a halt. For I am the lord of that which lives not, Hrim of the Nightborn.
Nice to meet you.
He's just a big angry guy. He's got a sick ass beard, like most everybody in this comic.
The moment of our victory will never end.
And you're like, oh man, this is kind of hammy, but this is at least still a serious like comic storyline. Then Santa slips away to his workshop that he has on Titan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Sam's even just like, what's what are you doing? It's like, oh no, we wouldn't do a full frontal assault. That's crazy. But I did find what I was looking for. And then we cut back to the mayor who's currently being killed, and he's just like, bagpipes. What?
What about bagpipes? Wait, what the hell is that music? As a bunch of bagpipe mosquito drones fly in and start wrecking the army of necromen.
Just slamming their like bagpipe proboscis through the backs of the skulls of these things, destroying them. And as this mass slaughter is going on, Klaus just goes like, we don't have to fight. I just came here to talk. Oh, well, hold on.
Well, I mean,
About that.
I know what you're getting at, Father Klaus, but a hell of a statement when you showed up armed for bear with robots.
I also like it when my D&D players try and negotiate, but then also demand a surprise round. Like,
But Hrim is very angry, saying that like, we came in peace, but your world sent warriors that murdered our people. And Klaus is like, wait a minute, what the hell? Klaus is losing the fight against Hrim. Thankfully, Sam the Snowman is here to help. he tackles him from the side, and they fall into the methane lakes of Titan, so cold that it clarifies his mind, and he remembers what happened to him, witnessing, crystallizing like a perfect snowflake, the shape of his life.
Okay, buddy.
You do you, boo.
As Klaus dives in and brings him back up to the surface.
But unfortunately, the city of Automata is on fire, and Sam has realized that, like, oh no, Klaus realizes that there was a separate war going on Mars.
Yeah.
That was what Yule Goat
and Father Frost went to deal with.
And Father Frost died because he no longer had the belief of children of the Soviet Union.
So he lost his immortality.
Yes. Quite literally. First I heard everyone screaming and then there was nothing.
A belief to sustain him in battle. And then Yule Goat is eaten by Jormungandr.
I cried. I mean, Yule Goat kind of grew on me. It's weird. But yes.
Rest in peace to a real one.
But it's okay, because as we briefly established, I think literally in some throwaway dialogue, when Sam the Snowman was submerged in the methane lake, he momentarily gained the brain of a supercomputer, and as such has an idea on the very metrics of the cosmic clock and what its power contains, because it's currently in the process of collapsing in on itself and only has an hour left. If you go forward in time, but it's got all of the past.
So we need a second chance. As Klaus and Sam grab onto the gears and start spinning them backwards like Superman rotating the Earth the wrong way.
Except this working actually makes some small measure of sense.
And the entire time, Sam is having flashbacks because he remembers the burning wheel as they are twisting back time. With the giant gear, he sees a steering wheel in his hand, a car crash. What? But before we can resolve that, time has indeed been reversed, and we go to the star that the Nightborn are flying in on as they are heading towards the sun.
But this is before they've sent the scouts out, so. They get
Which is what the tree monsters were, by the way. We skipped over that.
But they get a warning message coming up, and it's Santa, although he's now aged dramatically, and he has a full white beard. And he's just like, we're coming to change your minds. And literally, they just pull the call is coming from inside the house with this nonsense. Because they're like, wait, this has been a time-delayed message. What's the time delay on that message? 1 hour. And then the door is kicked open, and Santa goes, 1 hour is all you need.
Ho, ho, ho! You'll rethink your plans, Lord Surtur!
And I love the like superhero panel because it's Klaus, Lily, Sam, the Yule Goat, Father Christmas, and then 2 characters out of nowhere.
Gandalf and some lady.
I want to say that lady was a main character of the last
in the previous one. Yeah, she was a main character in the previous one. But like, it's a as you know, these characters who would show up for this event comic as if any of this has any connection to anything else.
Because obviously, this is their crossover event.
Yeah, this is the crossover event of all the long-running Christmas-themed characters. That's a normal thing that happens.
They're posed up like the freaking Avengers. It's great. I love it. Sam looks so incredibly serious for being a lopsided snowman.
They're all ready for battle, except the very next panel is Santa going like, hey, by the way, you remember last time when you killed the Norse gods? Turns out, Norse gods kind of battle-hungry dicks, and if they just listened, you just need to absorb some of our solar power, and that's totally cool, because I'm Santa and I give gifts for Christmas.
All right.
Yeah, and that's where I mentioned the sort of like vague thing that ties into the heroes of the story of like the heroes of Ragnarok were really the villains. They started a fight that didn't need to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you're telling me they're from the outer rim of the solar system and they're these incredibly powerful aliens? Oh god, it is a Lovecraft story. They're from Yugoth!
But yeah, I mean the whole thing is the only reason they were attacking the Earth was because the last time they did their normal routine of every 1,500 years, they just need to collect some solar power. They don't bother anybody. They just go towards the sun and then leave.
So to be fair, it was briefly said by Yule Goat's master that the last time the comet came, it absorbed so much energy from the sun, there were 3 winters in a row without summers. So,
oh yeah, that is right.
Yeah, Fimbulvinter happened.
So presumably that's going to happen again, and Santa was just cool with that. But yeah.
Well, he said take no more than what you need.
Yeah,
the implication being that it's like you overdid it last time. That's why the Norse gods, battle hungry jerks that they are, kind of overreacted. Sorry about that. Can we just not fight?
And then they're like, "That's totally cool. Bye, Santa."
Bye, Santa. Bye, guys.
Meanwhile, Sam the Snowman has come to terms with the fact he's a snowman, but has not come to terms with the fact Santa's real. Because he's just like, wait, so you're really... you just gave them a gift and solved everything. And Santa's just like, well, you see, I always know who's naughty and who's nice. It's kind of my deal. And then Sam's just like, but I, you know then that I was a naughty man.
I cheated on my wife. I lied to my child. And I died and was reborn as a snowman as my punishment for screwing up everyone's lives. And then we finally get the clear flashbacks of him with some lady, of him blowing off his son's desire to hang out with his dad and build a snowman, of his wife confronting him. And then, as he drives home on that fateful Christmas Eve, the tree monster in the road!
Mm-hmm.
I love this shit. It's the Klaus classic. It's like this very serious, like emotional drama, 3 panels, and then that fucking thing.
One of these things is not like the others. One of these things is an eldritch tree monster. Oh God!
I hit a tree. I hit a tree and I died. I suppose technically you did. Yes.
Yes, I mean, if you hit that, you would definitely die.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really understand what's happening when they put him back in front of his house as the snowman, because he's then talking, well, didn't you know we went back 24 hours? And then it cuts to Klaus in the flashback punching the tree, the car that was going to crash.
Oh, yeah, that part made no sense. So he's basically saying that this snowman had been, quote unquote, dead for less than 24 hours.
Well, no, what he's saying is they went back in time. So I had saved you all along, and the snowman isn't you. Like your real consciousness is like over there. You were unconscious, so I put your consciousness in the snowman to take you on this adventure.
Oh,
works for me.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so because the whole thing about this is it's like
repent.
He's Santa Claus. He's Santa Claus. He's a judge of character, and like this is what I freaking love about Klaus, because like it's like this isn't deep, but like there is something like I really like the whole like this conflict can be resolved by people just talking to each other. Like in the beginning you have a bunch of cool fight scenes to establish that Klaus is a superhero, he can win fights, but then, because Santa knows who's naughty, knows who's nice, he's a good judge of character, and he helps people out when they need it, and is able to resolve the situation peacefully.
And he remembers when Sam the Snowman was a young kid on the nice list, and everyone deserves a second chance.
And more importantly, even if he didn't think he deserved a second chance, his son is on the nice list, and he just wanted to spend more time with his dad for Christmas.
I love that. That's so good. It's like,
it's so cute.
even if you don't think you deserve a second chance, be there for your son. Isn't that important? And like, God, like I love messages like that, because yes.
It's so freaking cute. The snowman melts, and there is Sam restored to his human form, giving his son a hug, saying, I know that snowman melted, but we'll build a better one.
I I love the last panel, or this last page anyway, because it's like,
Mm-hmm.
because it's the like very Christmassy nonsense of like the metaphor is so obvious. Like clearly the snowman is their relationship that he abandoned to go do something else, and it's falling apart. And now he's back, and he's just like, no, I know things have been bad. We'll just clean it up. We will make something better and stronger going forward. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Wait, then his wife didn't leave him then.
we're gonna pretend.
we'll
not gonna-
figure that out.
We never learned if the divorce went through or not.
Well, we don't know if she was. I don't know.
I think the
divorce
wife
was-
just
She confronted him about the scarf. That was all we saw.
Mhm.
Yeah,
This is a stupid Christmas movie. Don't think about it too hard.
The scarf, which was a gift from the other woman.
the other woman.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure which is the other woman in the flashbacks because we never actually see his wife. I guess we do.
Yeah, that's what I was confused.
No, we definitely see her wife. It's just which one is the wife and which one is
we
the
only
mistress.
see the wife's face. So like then
Mhm.
matching her up with these two women we see in the flashback is kind of weird because I don't.
They cut around the faces of the Sam adjacent characters a lot.
I think the woman he's having an office affair with
Is the one
Kinda-
who gave the scarf?
Yeah, but then also kind of says, "Hey, we need to stop this," and that's when he drives home to be with his family.
Yeah.
So it's
Like a scarf. You can read that. Okay, if you're giving benefit of the doubt, which I think Klaus deserves, you can read the scarf as a we should stop this. You know, this is
how I read it, and that's why I was confused about the wife.
I actually think Sam was the one who was trying to break off the affair because it's his text bubbles saying we need to take a break from this.
Oh, you know
But then
what it is.
But then he never got but then the tragedy being, he ran into the tree monster on the way home. He never had the opportunity to make good on his
that promise.
on his resolution to, be a better husband and father. But yeah, it's sappy and it's also actiony because we get the fucking rad ass panel or page of Klaus catching the car and the tree monster. like he's Spider-Man holding back a bus from hitting a kid crossing the street.
It's very much the Christmas miracle, perfect happy ending sort of vibe that I really love that sort of thing.
That's the first story of this particular volume. The second one is more abstract, but I really liked it. It was The Life and Times of Joe Christmas.
Yeah, I really like this because it's formatted like a advent calendar. So it's a different like page for each day until Christmas. And it's not really obvious at the beginning, but it's like it's telling the story of
Joe Christmas
in reverse chronological order.
Yeah.
And it starts with December 1st in the year 2001 when he's 71 years old, where he is being Santa at a Santa's workshop, giving gifts to all the kids. And and he looks very happy, which is delightfully contrasted with December 2nd, 1999, 69 years old, him looking like a grumpy old man, just kind of frowning at a Santa outfit in a box. And there's Klaus and Lily looking like the happiest pair of Christmas spirits this side of the North Pole.
I love this page because it looks like Detective Gordon.
I know.
I mean, Klaus is basically Batman.
Just like Klaus looks so happy, like, come on, you wanna.
Just really the fun life and times because we find out that Joe Christmas had apparently been like going on adventures with Santa. His wife ended up dying near the end and then hanging out with Santa. But like in reverse chronological order, you're just finding all of this out that they went on like a whole side thing where they're just two old people chasing after toy bandits.
Doing a Tron thing.
The Tron thing is so cool.
December 7th, I wish was an actual comic because it's like Sinterklaas is watching you.
And it's like Joe, his wife, and Klaus like being caught in a spotlight, like they're running.
Oh, this is an X-Men reference. This is, I believe it's Days of Future Past, though I could be wrong about that. Like, the poses of the characters are the same.
Yeah. Oh, it also takes place in 1984.
Subtle.
December 8th is my favorite because it is Klaus, Joe Christmas, and his wife in a DeLorean shooting Ghostbuster technology as they chase after the ghosts of Christmas past, future, and present.
I know.
See, nothing strange by this.
It's the most 80s panel you could possibly.
I love it so much.
Yeah, I don't know if December 10th or December 11th are my favorite, because one has Lily doing an awoo, which is perfect. And then they fight Godzilla!
Yeah, they fight Christmas Godzilla! On Joe and his wife's wedding day.
And they're on top of like a giant wedding cake.
I know.
I do.
Inadequate.
I like December 10th, but December 10th is also kind of somber because it's them having a nice, happy Christmas, and they've got like a little stocking, and Joe's wife is pregnant. But the problem is when you look at the day before, they've only got the 2 stockings, and it's them drinking with Santa. So,
yeah, that's a subtle tragedy right there.
Yeah. Oh, there's so much storytelling in these static images, all of which years apart.
Mm-hmm. December 12th, I think he's just playing Space Invaders. I love Solid Snake Cat. the cat with the eye patch.
The cat was the most. Yes.
December 14th, where they met the Beatles.
They helped fix their car.
Santa getting either giving or getting an autograph. Possibly both.
I thought the implication was they got into a fender bender with the Beatles because their windshields cracked. And I thought that was Santa exchanging insurance information with Paul.
I thought that too.
No, that's definitely it. Oh, that's great.
Okay, but we can't.
We hit Santa's sleigh.
But we can't not talk about December 16th. Like, come on.
The figgy pudding comet.
I love
descending upon the planet.
And they have giant forks.
That's how they're going to fight the fruitcake that's coming. By eating it.
It's an ambitious plan, Klaus.
December 17th is just their legion of super pets.
Yep.
We get another awoo.
There's Lily, there's a cat riding on Lily's back, there's Snake Cat, a donkey, a dog, and a rooster playing the guitar.
But yeah, and then we get kind of the very pulpy era where Joe Christmas was Santa's like Bucky, as they literally fight Nazis. So
yeah. In 1945, fighting in World War II.
We learned, I think, how the cat lost its eye.
Because the cat grew giant and was like swatting airplanes out of the sky and got its eye bombed.
Surprise, surprise. Silly
That's metal as fuck.
Look, if you gotta lose an eye, losing it while fighting Nazis is a pretty cool way.
That's the way to go. Oh my god. I think those are toy soldiers. They have the little green toy soldiers fighting alongside them.
Oh, they are. Oh my god.
Santa brought the toy soldier reinforcements to the Eastern Front.
Or are they fighting toy soldiers? I can't tell, actually.
The perspective is all wonky.
These are all cover pages for comics that I hope exist someday.
No, because the cat is actually biting a Nazi plane. So, because it's got the German cross on it. So, or actually, no, this is World War II.
Yeah, that's World War II. That's a BF 109.
Yep.
Of course, Jake can name the plane itself.
And they're using toy soldiers to fight
the Nazis. Yeah, Klaus built toy soldiers, except instead of it going to the good little girls and boys, they're going to go fight Nazis.
They're gonna go stomp out Hitler.
The Great War Part 2 is going on. Boys and girls of the world, I need you to donate your toys. We're rationing Christmas.
Well, that was 100% what happened.
Then we find out that Joe Christmas was
living in an orphanage, but
Liv-
was
living in an orphanage after he got adopted by a family that was killed on Christmas in a
from what I can see in the December 22nd image, it looks to be a symbolic representation of a car crash.
or a home invasion on Christmas.
Mm.
It could be either.
Either or.
The important thing is, he had been adopted by a family, and then he lost it.
And then Klaus found him in the orphanage.
But going back even further, all the way to December 25th, we get the start of the story, and find that the first one and the last one to adopt Joe Christmas was our Klaus.
Mm-hmm. He found a babe in a basket on a church stair. Please take care of him. In 1930, and my favorite is December 24th, 1933. It's Klaus with the classic, the red coat and the hood and the big sack slung over his back, waving through the bars of the crib and a big cheesy smile on his face. It's so cute.
It's the most Santa Claus he appears throughout any of these.
Mm-hmm. just the hey kid, good to see you. I love it.
Glad things are going well. And again, like the storytelling in this, because it's like, you get Klaus finds a baby, he doesn't think he can take care of him, so the baby is the baby is given to another family to adopt.
We see he leads a dangerous life. He's a hero.
Yeah. So, and like, in December 23rd, we see it's a happy, loving family. And then the December 22nd, like, tragedy befalls. It's similar to the one with the his wife is pregnant in the one before, and then the one after.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the two stockings. Like, little hints. There's subtlety to this really stupid Santa is Batman, but also Superman comic.
I like the cover page they have for the Life and Times of Joe Christmas, where Santa's holding 1-year-old Joe, and it's just very clear that he should not have a kid because he is being attacked by multiple dimensional entities.
Yep.
Like, he should not have that baby.
Nope. So that's probably why he gave up the baby for adoption.
Mm-hmm.
Just all the different monsters coming out of the comic panels. It's like we got the tree monster, we got Jormungand, we've got a werewolf.
We have one of the Yule lads from the last book.
Mm-hmm. The ice monsters, I think the Winter Witch made.
Krampus from the first book.
Yep.
Did I just smash the Krampus?
But yeah, that's Klaus, the Life and Times of Santa Claus.
And at the time we're recording this is all the Klaus there is, unless we didn't do any research and don't know what we're talking about.
Grant Morrison, Dan Mora, make more.
Please, we need more. This is the
best Christmas tradition ever.
Very appropriately, it brings so much joy.
Oh yeah, because I mean, like, we love it because it's cheesy and dumb and silly and, ridiculous, but it's also just really good comics.
Mm-hmm.
Great visual storytelling, engaging, funny characters that are both funny and have some depth to them. The writing is really solid.
Absolutely gonzo plot lines, but still somehow grounded and heartfelt.
Yeah.
I
love it.
I have a lot of envy for the people who backed the special edition Kickstarter last year. I didn't, because Kickstarters are dumb, but
That's not always true.
It's more often
it's usually true, but this was one of the good ones.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I suppose favorite character, and this one had less action, but favorite but still favorite fight. It's hard not to say Klaus, of course, as the favorite character, but I actually really liked Sam the Snowman. Ended up having a surprising amount of pathos to him, and he had that great, like reluctant everyman drawn into the chaos energy that very swiftly turned around when he became the most serious one of the Avengers pose. Somehow looking more ready to rock than the Wolf and Satan.
I really like how the guy riding the Yule Goat doesn't show up to the final battle.
I know. That's why I was so confused.
Yeah, what happened to him?
Does he?
Does
You
he
know what?
fuse with
I think he fuses with the Yule Goat. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
That's how he becomes like the.
That's how the Yule Goat gets his humanoid Satan form.
Gatai!
Sure, why not?
Oh.
And
That is both the coolest and the dumbest option. Therefore, it must be true.
Yes.
And as for favorite fight, Klaus and Joe Christmas versus the Nazis.
Oh.
Spectacular. What one page told so much story. Matt, how about you?
My favorite character in this reading, Father Frost is insane, and the fact that he died because people no longer believe in the Soviet Union, and by extension him, is cherry on top. And if I had to go with favorite fight, I have to go with the only fight that matters, which is Klaus and Joe Christmas and company in a DeLorean chasing down the ghosts of Christmas past, future, and present.
You're gonna stop tormenting that old man, or get back to it. He needs to learn his lesson, maybe. Jay, how about you?
Gosh, I have to say I had my mind made up, but now I'm having second thoughts. I'd have to say favorite character would have to be Yule Goat, because for some reason that character just broke me despite everything we have read in the Klaus universe.
The fact that one of the Santas of the Legion of Santas is just Satan is so funny.
True. But I guess favorite fight, I don't really have one. To be honest, just because I don't know, when I anticipate a fight now with Klaus, I expect it to be like insane. So it's just like a stream of consciousness. I'm just looking at this happening right now. Kind of
Look at the pretty pictures.
Yep.
Because if I even start to try to process it, I'm just like, wait, what?
Guys, I'm just saying. We know that the immortals all get their power from the love of children who write them letters and wish for like a good Christmas.
Please stop making this awful.
I'm just saying, the Yule Goat is clearly all the dyslexic children accidentally writing Satan.
Oh my god, yes!
Yes.
Behold the Yule Goat.
I love it. That headcanon accepted. And Jacob.
Honestly, I think my favorite character was Joe Christmas, just because of the journey he went on. You see his whole life story, and like there's literally 0 lines of dialogue. The only reason we even know he's Joe Christmas is because of the title of his section.
Mm-hmm.
And yet I really do feel like he's one of the strongest characters, though. Also, Joe Christmas's wife is pretty freaking awesome too. So
yeah, just even from the brief few things we see her do, she looked pretty kick-ass. She was driving the Tron bike.
And favorite fight, it's not even a question. Santa Claus fought Godzilla! Like, come on, man!
That's as hell.
Wow, you guys got a tall order to live up to, I guess.
I want this comic so badly.
The full rendition of Santa versus Gojira.
I want it.
It's the duo we never anticipated and never knew we needed.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think I even need to ask, would you continue reading? Because, well, for one, we are currently out of Klaus, but if we get
need
more,
more material. Give us more material.
you know we'd come back for it.
Please, Grant Morrison, don't make us have to look up other Christmas comics. None of them can compare.
None of them would ever compare.
Although-
let a Christmas miracle be next year and give us more Klaus.
But that being said, you all do know that we appreciate recommendations in any and all form, and you can reach out to us at OverMangaCast on any of the social medias that still exist in the far, far future of when you're listening to this, or overmangacast@gmail.com or overmangacast.com. All great places to reach out to us. And if you know any other Christmas comics or manga or manhwa or, whatever, we don't care. Send them our way.
We are also on YouTube where you can like, comment, and subscribe. The episodes there are on a 2-week delay, so
Have fun celebrating Christmas in the middle of January.
Merry January Christmas. It's a good way to catch up on our backlog.
Indeed. And make sure to tune in next week where we are going to continue our other December tradition. We are going to be taking a look back at the year of 2023 and going over our best of for the things that we consumed this year. I say consumed. It's red. We don't talk about No Read November.
Not any more than we have to.
So if you needed a reason to go and catch up on our backlog, you can probably do a good chunk of that leading up to next week. So you're freshly reminded of everything we will be talking about. And we'll see you all next Thursday. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
And there you go. You've arranged the cookies into a nice 5-pointed star. That completes the pentagram of milk for if you want to summon the Yule Goat. Have a happy Christmas, everybody. Wait, no, it's not supposed to be like that.
Ah, crap. We summoned Mr. Satan.